I'm now going to show you how you code in NOLOH. How do these things happen? How would you code these applications? Well, while we won't get that detailed, we will cover the basics. I'm going to use the Newsphere's PHP add, which is an excellent PHP IDE. I'm just going to create a new file, index.php, which is what you would do if you were doing just a normal PHP application. And we start off with PHP tags, and the most important thing is to include NOLOH. So we saw over here that NOLOH was one directory up. We're just going to do dot NOLOH and then NOLOH.php, which is the base include file. And NOLOH is completely class based. So we'll do class hello world extends the built-in NOLOH class web page, which essentially serves as a main for your application. You only have one web page per application. We're going to write a constructor now for our hello world class. So function hello world. You can use new style constructor with underscore construct if you like. And we place a call to our parent constructor. So parent web page, and it takes in the title of your application. So we're going to say hello world. And we'll just do an alert, system alert, which is a built-in NOLOH function, and hello world in NOLOH. Okay, we'll just close these PHP tags, we'll save, and let's just go to our host, Confoo, hello world in NOLOH. There we go. So now let's make it a bit more complicated and add some control. So we're going to make label equals new label, which is a built-in NOLOH class, a label, and takes in text. So this is going to be hello world. And then you could pass it in a left to top with height. If you go to dev.noloh.com, you can see there's full API where you can actually see all this, but our connection is a little too slow here at the conference to go over all that. So I'm going to pass it left of 100, a top of 10, and then just instantiating the label doesn't do anything. It'll instantiate your object, but if you want to see it, you have to add it. So we're going to do this controls add label. Note that you can also add in numerous ways. So controls is just a NOLOH array list, and since it's an array, you can also add it this way through brackets. So I'll add it this way here. So label, but you could also do add if you liked. And we'll refresh, and you see we now have a label that says hello world. Okay, I'm gonna create a new button. So new button equals new button, and this is gonna be clicky. And now I'll use the NOLOH add range function. So there's a add range of controls, and that can take in multiple things. So we're gonna do label and button. And let me actually give the button. So let's make it label arrow right plus 10, and then label arrow top. Note that you can also do class variables, so you can do this label equals new label, this button equals new button, so you don't need to do local variables. So we're going to add those. Let me just fix this I here. Refresh, hello world, and clicky. Okay, but notice that if I click on it, nothing happens. So now let's cover events. Like I said earlier, NOLOH is an event-based framework. So every object has a set of events. Again, you can go to dev.noloh.com, go to the API reference, and you can look at objects to see what events they have. But we know that button has a click, so we're going to say button click equals new what's called a server event, which allows you to trigger an event. You can there are all sorts of events. There's client event, race client event, and the most common one that you'll be using is server event. Server event takes in the object whose functions you wish to call If it's a class, you pass in a string. If it's global, you can do null. So here you normally call this. So this is this object, and then we're going to call some function. So we're going to call some func. Note that there's no some func here. There's no some func here. So we're just going to write. We're gonna write function some func. And in some func, we're gonna do system alert hello world. And let's just close this bracket because we lost this bracket. And now when I click on the button, it should say hello world. We'll refresh. Click on the button, hello world. Alright. We can make this a little more complicated. Server event allows you to pass in as many variables as you wish to functions. So I can actually pass in the label here, and over here for some func, I have object, so object will correspond to label. So this will pass one parameter in to the some func function, and now I can just do object arrow text equals hello there. Okay, and we're just gonna save. We're gonna refresh. Click hello there. Okay, so you can see that again, it's automatic Ajax. You see there's no, you don't have to worry about the client server interaction. You don't worry about view state. NOLOH will just take care of all those things for you.